Hello everyone, it is Monday. Welcome to the beginning of another incredible week in the year 2020.
The year of the COVID.
Yes, the year of the COVID. And you know what? I really tried this week not to talk about COVID-19, but you know what? It's impossible. That's all you can talk about. Because that's all anybody wants to talk about. And most people say they don't want to hear about it, but we still want to know everything we can know about it. So today what I thought we would talk about is the vaccination process. I feel like right now we have a lot of people who are saying we just need to stay inside until the vaccine is ready. Well, I'm here to tell you that getting a vaccine is a little bit of a process. So I thought we could talk about the reality of what that looks like for us, how the whole process works in general when developing a vaccine, figuring out what that vaccine is, developing it, and then all the steps that have to happen until we get it. And then once we get it, who gets it? And then how do they roll it out for the rest of the population? So do you think we could do that? Because you know about this.
Well, it's not exactly a Mythbuster then, is it?
Oh no, this is not technically a Mythbuster. I guess maybe the Mythbuster is, will we have coronavirus vaccine within the next couple months?
I doubt it.
Okay, so I formatted it and made it a Mythbuster. So there will not be one necessarily. So I thought we could talk.
There'll be trials and stuff like that. But to make these vaccines and to make them, we can make vaccines, okay? But to make them effective, that's a horse of a different color. Mm-hmm. These things are made up of billions of particles, and we're trying to find the right particle that will trigger our own immune system and say, hey, when you see this, kill this thing, okay? And that's really tough because there's a lot of similarities between the particles, and our body doesn't recognize them as all being foreign. Some of the vaccines work on some people, they won't work on others, and so we try to make a really good vaccine that has uniform results with everybody. And then we have to do these studies and these trials to make sure it's effective and blah, blah,
and
blah.
Safe, and there's no crazy reactions.
Make sure there's no, false reporting of anything, so these pharmaceutical companies can make their money selling us a vaccine that doesn't work. And the other thing too that's going to be really crazy about it, and coronaviruses are not atypical in this department, is they mutate, they shift. And so you might make a vaccine, it might work for 6 weeks. After that, guess what?
Just like the flu.
Doesn't work.
Just like the flu vaccine, which a lot of people go and get the flu vaccine.
But it's leftover flu viruses from the year before. And sometimes it works a little bit, sometimes it works a whole lot, and I think a lot of times it don't work at all.
And what they say is, and I believe I read, they say 60 to 70% of the population has to be vaccinated in order to stop the spreading of the disease, known as herd immunity. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I think somebody just spitballing numbers out there.
I feel like everything feels like a spitball at this point. People are just saying there's lots of wild claims.
There is, but if you remember, we did one of these dopey videos probably 3 or 4 months ago, and I told everybody then, this is going to be a pandemic.
It's going to go on
this
for a while.
This is going to be worldwide, and I said right then and there, you're not going to stop it. And the reason why these people don't have a clue. They really don't know what they're talking about because they have no information. But when you have no information, you really have to assume that this is going to get out of control in a hurry.
Yeah.
And I said from the get-go, don't believe the Chinese.
Yeah.
They have so much to lose to crash their economy.
Well, and there's so much suppression of legitimate information.
Oh, there is. You think our government's bad? I ain't nothing compared to what these people are doing.
Well, so basically,
it's going to take a while.
And
the cool thing of it is we're going to get some new designs, new research, new ability to study this virus. And I think there's a lot of good that's going to have a lot of fallout from it. Yeah. So while it's horrible, a lot of people have died from it, but I think there's going to be an incredible silver lining at the end.
So basically, we have to figure out what it is that the vaccine needs to look like. They have to test it on all kinds of people, all the different types of things that they come up with. They have to test it on all kinds of different people.
And just because you're immune to it doesn't mean you ain't spreading it to somebody else.
And
it's
the results have to be replicated on a decent scale in order for it to be approved. There have to be no terrible consequences, side effects as a result of the vaccine. It has to then be officially approved, then it has to be, I don't know if the right word is manufactured.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be manufactured.
Mass produced.
Then, even when it's mass produced, it still won't be available to everyone. It will be in limited supply.
Mm-hmm.
How do they decide who gets it?
The people that are at high risk, the elderly.
Okay.
The elderly and people with what they call comorbid complications, diabetes, blood pressure, cancers, things like that.
Yeah, it says it will almost inevitably be less successful in older people because the aged immune systems. Correct. So, isn't it interesting that those at most risk will also potentially not be...
Most benefit from it.
Yeah.
Well, it's true, but it will give them a better fighting chance.
It'll give them a better chance. Okay.
And I personally think, even in this area, most of us have already had the coronavirus.
I think we have too. I mean, it's interesting how many people I feel like I've talked to that said, "Oh, I'm pretty sure I had it." And when they say I'm pretty sure, I always ask the next question: how long? What were your symptoms? How long did this go on? Just because I think a lot of people say a lot of things that I'm not sure if it's real or not.
Of course, it could be in denial.
They could be in denial. And then some people, I think, just like to be a part of things, so they just like to say things so they can feel relevant. So what do you think is the timeline on this thing? Do you think we'll have something by 2021?
For a virus?
Yeah.
Vaccine? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Do you think months, 6 months, 7 months?
7 months.
So probably by, the time school starts.
But I want everybody to understand, this is a big, big wake-up call for our government and our public health system, which is non-existent as far as I'm concerned. I mean, true enough, I think they're doing the best they can for what they have.
Yeah.
It tends to be pretty political, and a lot of people got their hands out. They want to get some of the government money, blah, blah, blah. But this is not a bad viral infection. Don't think this pandemic is the bad one. It is not. Okay.
It could be worse.
This world will experience a bad pandemic at some point. Maybe not in my lifetime, possibly in your lifetime, maybe in my grandkids. At some point in time, there's going to be a bad pandemic, and when it comes around, it is gonna. Yeah. You think this is bad? This is gonna
because essentially this one is like the flu on steroids.
Yes, but a bad pandemic, you're talking 30-40% of the population.
And we're talking something that, have you seen the movie Outbreak?
Yeah, I've seen pieces of it. I didn't watch the whole thing.
So, I mean, I know this is me being silly a little bit, but I mean, it could be something that you get it and die within 24 hours. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? What we have right now is a flu on steroids that mostly affects individuals with compromised immune systems.
But Michelle, there is viruses that you do get today. The hantavirus, the Ebola virus, and some other more horrible viruses you do, and you do die.
And you do die pretty quickly.
24, 48 hours. Yeah. But here's the thing. The reason they don't spread is because before the people can travel, they're already dead.
They're already dead.
Where when this coronavirus, you can have it for 3 weeks before you get sick.
Exactly.
And you spread it to everybody.
So the ones, and you know what, I remember us talking about this because we talked about the hantavirus last year and how the ones that basically kill people quicker don't spread as fast.
They can't.
Yeah, which is kind of terrible to say that out loud, but that's the truth.
What's going to be the bad virus is the one that has a high lethal rate to it that kills you over time, but you have the ability to spread it. So if this coronavirus had a lethality rate of 30%, my God, we'd all be in panic mode. In
big time. Yeah. We already are in panic mode.
Yeah, but
it's not quite what it could be.
Our panic is from the media. They're making us hysterical.
They're making us hysterical. And then, of course, us weighing in on it. Here. Yeah. We're helping with that. Well, but we're trying to level some things out.
Yeah, we're trying to bust the hysteria.
Okay, guys. I think that's pretty much everything on this one. What do you think?
I think it's good.
Okay. Well, thank you for watching. It was a little bit of a Mythbuster, more of just a chat. But anyway, if you guys have any questions, let us know below. If not, we will see you tomorrow for Trash Talk Tuesday.